Welcome back to another episode of Original Understudies, where I've gathered the world's most original understudies and we're going to perform some improv comedy for you. Welcome back, Jake Regal.
Thanks for having me.
Where can people find you? Are there some new episodes on TV that you're in that we can find you on?
Just the same one, Paul T. Goldman on Peacock. People that have seen it are fascinated by it. It's a very funny and very strange experience. I will say it seems like not everyone in America has watched this show, and I recommend checking it out. And I'm at Jake Regal on Twitter, Instagram, etc.
Wow, awesome. Yeah, I haven't seen it. I literally got Paramount Plus to watch it.
That's the wrong one.
Yeah. Yeah, it was really frustrating as I was like, what is the name of the show? I searched everything and it was on Peacock, but I'm going to get it as soon as this Paramount Plus subscription's up, and it was 2 months. I'm going to get the Peacock one after.
Peacock's free, James.
I swear to God.
Peacock's free.
Not his show.
There's tiers.
Not his
Their
show.
original content is not
there
free.
There were a lot of tears, Jake. A lot of tears.
It's a whole
I'm
thing.
gonna stream. I'll find it for free. I'm gonna stream it, but I'll just.
Oh, Jordan, don't do that.
I'm gonna send Jake money.
I don't even know if I get residuals for the show, to be honest.
That's what I'm talking about, Jake. I'm gonna Venmo you.
Great. Yeah.
And next up, we have Jacki Schwarz. Welcome back, Jacki. Where can people find your voice other than here?
You can find me on the Florida Person podcast, or you could go to my website. It's JackiSchwarz.com.
Awesome. Great. And returning champion, we have Jen Parker. Welcome back, Jen.
Hello, James.
Where can people find you, and how are you today?
I'm doing great. Please don't come find me. Instead, find the book I wrote called A Midlife Crisis on Amazon.
All right. A midlife crisis. And we have returning finally. It's been hard to get Trevor back in, but he's here. How are you? Where can people find you?
I'm good. James, you could find me here. I just hang out in the rafters,
just
waiting to improvise every now and then. So yeah, just tune in and hopefully you'll hear me again.
Well, a lot of us have day jobs and like really busy things. And this is being recorded on a Saturday, so I've been able to get a couple people that I don't always have the ability to snatch, and here we are.
But James, did we intro Jordan?
Not yet.
Not necessary.
Okay.
Not necessary.
I've saved the best for last.
I'm actually an AI that exists inside James' computer. I'm Chat GPT.
ChatGPT. And we have Jordan Bull. Welcome back, Jordan. How are you, and where can people find you?
Hi, thanks, James. If you guys walk around the streets of Glendale, California, 91205, you might see me.
I've seen him then.
Yeah. I'm in a group called Thunderbulge that performs occasionally in Los Angeles. Don't try and find me on the internet. I don't post anything there.
It's fair. It's dangerous to post stuff on the internet. So if you're willing, please send suggestions to OriginalUnderstudiesPodcast at gmail.com. I'm running pretty low. I've got like 3 left. So that makes
I can think of some words.
Me a little.
I'm about to troll you so hard, James.
Actually, I wouldn't be totally against people sending it in as long as I know who it is so I don't use them in the show. But I'm really asking for the people listening because there's people listening to send in the suggestions. This one is coming from Tim Umstead. And here's the email. That was truly cool to hear you guys use my idea about the cats. James called the idea weird. I called it good comedy. It was handled with excellence we expect from Original Understudies. Cats ended up in Lord of the Flies situation and a FBI shootout. As far as question ideas, James saying my idea was weird led me thinking about relationships, how relationships are letting people into our weird little world. The trust that takes on both sides. I'm so sorry. I'm learning to read on the fly here. So, do any of the understudies have habits that the others would call weird? Do you or your partners/spouses have that? Have you ever met someone and had it turn out that they had quirks weird enough that you had to let them go? Looking forward to all the future episodes. May there be nothing but great things in the comedy future. Tim Umstead. Oh, that was hard to read. It was not his fault. It was not weird. That was a very normally written email. Does anybody have some weird habits?
I wouldn't call mine weird, so maybe this is bad. But it did the prompt reminded me of this, of like, I have a big affinity for eating trash, fast food, stuff like that.
Yeah.
But when I've been with my girlfriend for a long time now, but when I'm in a new relationship, I just pretend I don't. It's like a part of me I just withhold for a little while until I sort of gauge the room. And it's like, are we okay with me eating fast food 3 times a week? We are? Okay, let's dig into this. And then I just bring that part of my life back into the forefront.
When people when you start a relationship, when people bring up fast food, you're like, ugh, ew, Jack in the Box.
No, never. Yeah, gross.
Yeah. Which is the best? Which is the food though? Which one?
Taco Bell is my absolute favorite.
That's not trash. There's so many healthy
That's
things.
not
there.
trash.
So many healthy things there. When I first started dating Erin, who I've been married to for over, I don't know how long. It seems like my whole life. But when I first met her family comes from Fancyland. And I think the first dinner I had was at a Morton Steakhouse, which I had never been to a Morton Steakhouse. I don't even know if I'd ever been to a steakhouse. And I had this bad habit, and I still have it, that I eat like I just got out of prison. So my whole time that I was there, I was trying to order the cheapest thing on the menu. And at the time, I didn't really know the family and stuff. Erin ordered the surf and turf, and my mind was fucking blown. And I think I got like chicken and rice, which I hate chicken. But all I had to do is I just tried to eat slowly because I know about myself that I look like an animal when I'm eating.
Dave, I do that same thing.
That's
James,
probably the weird thing about me is my eating habits.
My family actually had to break me because I would put my my forearm over my plate, shovel food into my. But because I had 2 other brothers and a sister, and if you ate first, you got seconds first. And they used to call me the trash can because they would, because I would just keep eating and they would like push their plates down to the end of the table for me.
That seems like something like a Viking influencer would do, like someone on TikTok.
Me and my sister used to have this thing when we were younger where she didn't like meat and I didn't like vegetables like a normal kid. So we would like switch the stuff off of our plates where I would just I'd eat all her meat and then she'd eat all my vegetables. And we both wound up having deficiencies. And then and they're like, oh, well, it's because neither of you are eating the things you're supposed to eat. And so I was like, cool, got it. I'll just not eat anything then. And then I had to go on Pedialyte for a while.
It's such a weird habit.
Weird that didn't work.
I was dating a girl. We went on a couple dates, and on the 3rd date, she was like, oh, I want you to borrow Apocalypse Now because you've never seen it. And she opens her trunk and there's a shovel and a towel in there. And I was like, what's this about? And she said, whenever she sees roadkill on the road, she will pull over, scoop the roadkill.
Hold on. We don't know where it's going. We don't know where it's going. Let me finish.
Grab the roadkill with the shovel and then put it in her car and then bury it somewhere.
Oh my God.
So it has a proper burial.
It's weirdly nice.
I know, but it freaks me
so gross.
F out.
Is she still alive or did she get she obviously died from disease, right?
It was a weird thing because she lent me Apocalypse Now and I was like, do I just keep Apocalypse Now or do I have to? So we ended up having another date, but luckily there was other red flags, but that was the weirdest habit that I could think of.
I have a very important question. Did you believe her? Because she's cooking that roadkill.
I mean, there's a few things. I've seen Dahmer. There's a lot of things. I really have I believe that she probably only told you what she had planned if anybody found the shovel.
Yeah. And there's also duct tape.
I think she actually buried it.
I was going to talk about being obsessive about making people sit around the table in a symmetrical formation. And now I feel like Let's throw that out because I can't top roadkill. I can't top picking up roadkill.
Jen, I was going to talk about
It
biting
depends
my
on how
nails.
symmetrical it is. Do you go by, do you get the table by height and weight? Like, where does the symmetry end?
It's not the table itself. It's when people sit and I feel like there's too many on one side or too many to the left. And I'll be weird about it. I'll be like, I need you to get up and move over.
That makes sense.
And
That makes
then
sense.
I bury roadkill.
Totally. I feel the same way about like angles at the table. Like if someone can't see, everyone can't see each other at the table, I get really frustrated.
I used to serve and like I hated it when couples would both sit on the same side of a table because this is going to be hard for me now, and you're also ruining the whole structure of the dining room too. So what? So you can be next to each other. You can't, and then why would you do that? It's a dumb thing.
Original Understudies.
I don't think we need to bury the goldfish. It just, when I was growing up, we just put it in the toilet.
No. You have to send it off the right way or else the goldfish goes to hell. And goldfish hell's the worst kind.
I just have a hard time believing in heaven and hell in general. Let's just pop it in the toilet. We can tell Sally that we did bury it. Isn't that fair enough?
You want me to lie to our daughter? You want me to lie about sending her goldfish to hell?
All right. I'm the bad guy. Okay, fine. We'll bury it.
Yeah. All right, we went over this with the beta fish last time. All right, the fish it's got to be disposed of in the right way so that the soul can move on to the right destination.
Can we please not have a priest come to the house again? It's getting ridiculous.
What are you switching religions? Would you like a mullah or like?
I don't believe in any of that stuff. I never have. I've only
What do you
done it
believe then? What do you believe? When we die, nothing happens?
Yeah. Well, if you really, I don't want to get into it. Let's just bury the fucking fish.
Mom,
All right.
Mom, Dad,
Oh, silly.
Mr. Goldie is still stuck in limbo.
I know, honey. I know. I felt that too.
But we're going to fix it
felt that
real
too.
quick. I know.
We need the soul to pass on. Have we decided whether it's going to heaven or hell?
It's going to go to heaven, obviously, Sally.
Good.
Let's go out to the backyard and why don't you call up Father McLaren?
Oh, well, here's the thing, Sally. Sally, did you give the fish its last rites? Did you give the fish its last rites? Because you know that if you didn't, it's a really good chance that it's going to hell, like all the unbaptized babies.
Oh, no.
It's all babies and goldfish who didn't get their last rites over there, you know?
I don't want Mr. Goldie to go to hell.
You had a responsibility. You had a responsibility. Did you do it?
Did you do it or not?
Can I pay tithes to make up for it?
Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Give me your allowance.
come on.
Mom said yes. Yes. Okay.
So are we going to wait for the father, the priest, or whatever the old man is that charges $200 to bury a goldfish, beta fish, whatever?
Was Mr. Goldie a joke to you?
I mean, it was the best pet that I feel you could be responsible for. Is that a fair way of putting it?
I don't understand.
You've had beta fish. You've had goldfish.
They fought.
The sea monkeys died. Everything that comes into this house that's a pet died.
I only like water creatures. You can't take this out on me.
Sorry. I'm sorry. Is somebody going to call the priest?
There's no need. I've been watching the whole time. Father McCleary.
There he is. I knew you'd get here in time for this really important thing.
Sorry, that's my dog. So I come here, yes, and I'm not charging you $200, but the Lord is charging you $200
Okay.
to deliver this most precious of lives to his kingdom of heaven. Aye?
Father McCleary, you're my favorite father.
Thank you. Every single life on this earth is worth giving last rites to, is worth sending up. I couldn't help but notice. It looks like you've got a bush over there in the corner that's not doing so hot. For another 200, I could send that bush right up to the kingdom of heaven.
I don't want the bush to go to hell, so I say, why not? You know,
Right now it's in limbo.
the bush went to hell. I couldn't live with myself.
That's my favorite bush. Probably nurse that bush back to health. Come on.
Let go of the bush.
You're probably just going to overwater it. It's gone. It's gone.
Another arrival in Fish Heaven.
The sea monkeys are happy to see you.
You're gonna love Fish Heaven, girl. The whole thing. There's a big concrete wizard you can swim under.
There's a bunch of colored pebbles. A lot of them are blue.
Mm-hmm. We've got those fish flakes and the bars.
I wasn't ready to die yet.
Oh no, everybody.
I still had things to do down there on Earth.
We gotta send you back.
Is that possible?
Yeah, we gotta get our aqua powers together and send you back.
Yeah, there ain't no way you stayed up here with unfinished business.
Oh, are sharks up in heaven? I thought they'd for sure be in hell.
But they are fish. They're actually fish. Did you know that? They're just like really big fish.
Yeah, you didn't know that?
Yeah, we didn't think fish heaven out. There's a lot of fish that would also eat other fish up here.
Yeah, I feel like you're judging me right away.
Oh, I'm sorry. I just need to get back down to Earth. I had unfinished business.
Yeah, can you give us just a couple examples of that unfinished business?
There's a little girl that I live with that I haven't passed all my knowledge on to. I need to share with her the circle of life and the importance of being kind to others. Oh.
Check. All right, that's...
Yeah, you sound distressed.
Matthew, I know we've been dating for 3 weeks now.
Yeah, it's been pretty nice.
I think it's been more than nice. It's been magical. You've taken me to all these really fancy restaurants, but I feel like we should be honest with each other.
Okay.
I enjoy Morton Steakhouse and Cheesecake Factory, but I just want to eat some fucking Wiener Schnitzel.
What?
Yeah, Matthew, I'm a fast food junkie. I love just shoveling Wiener Schnitzel chili dogs down my gullet on Mondays. I love fish fillet Fridays. I get
During
5.
Lent, yeah.
No, all the time.
All the time?
I love fast food.
Well, I'm sorry that I left you waiting. Here is the menus. I hope you are both ready to order soon.
I think
We've got a great antipasta. Yes.
I might need a minute. I just took in some big news and I'm just processing it right now.
So please take your time. I will send the waiter to you very shortly.
Hey,
Thank you, Garçon.
Michael, why do you keep doing the accent?
This is my career. Do not try to stop me from
Michael,
using
you
my
make
natural
people uncomfortable. It sounds a little...
No.
We're a Southern California institution. I know, but you can't...
Okay, well then you can go to the table next.
Yeah, I thought you were into fine dining like Cheesecake Factory, but you're saying you like eating bad food?
Oh, the worst of the worst. I mean, sometimes I'll buy fast food. I'll let it sit in my fridge and get the bag all greasy, and then I'll eat it. I mean, I just like really playing Russian roulette with my food.
You think you know a person, and then to be given a 180 like this, it's just a lot. It's just a lot. Okay. Well, okay. In the interest of full disclosure, not everything I've said is totally true either.
What? Matthew, let me wipe that tear off of your
Hey,
cheek.
I'm Matthew's wife.
Oh.
I have another tiny thing, just like yours.
Oh, fuck you.
Hi, guys, welcome to Cheesecake Factory, the finest dining establishment in Southern California. This is the height of fine dining. I just have to ask you if you guys could you guys both sit across from each other?
We're in love. We're in love.
Yeah, absolutely.
The thing is, I have a personal thing where I'm just gonna need you guys to maybe look at each other and maybe, do you have another person sitting? Is somebody else coming?
Well, if you think about it, it's like our love is sitting like binding us together. And so on the other side of the table would be like the outside forces trying to break us apart.
We don't want to oppose each other while we eat. We want to.
I sat you guys right next to the fire exit, and now you are blocking
Waitress
it.
Becky, can you come over here for a second, Waitress Becky?
Sure, why not?
First, two things. One, we are fine dining, and the judgment that you put on that really hurt me as a manager because I've been working here for 20 years and it means a lot to me.
But we have so many flavors of cheesecake. We have one cheesecake that's just...
that judgment is not Cheesecake Factory material. So you can leave that at the fucking door. Number two, don't interrupt me. Don't interrupt me, Waitress Becky. This is Manager Tom talking.
Why is the menu so big if all people ever orders the mac and cheese balls? It's like, why? Why is the menu? There's 3 things people order off this menu, but there's gotta be 300 things on the menu.
Well, maybe someone walking off the street might want to order something different and they might want to sit on the same side of the booth. What is your deal judging our customers and the restaurant that you work at and employs you?
It's a very specific set of people who come here, and they're all the worst people I've ever met in my whole life.
Oh, really?
Uh-huh.
Take off your cheesecake badge.
What? No,
Take off your cheesecake badge. Take off your badge. Give me your apron. You're out of here.
What am I going to do? I can't just find another job at the Glendale Galleria.
So you want to work in a prison cafeteria? You've got serving experience, it seems, Beck.
Yeah, this is the only other restaurant hiring in Glendale.
Okay, well, I got to warn you, some of our patrons here in prison aren't, I would call them top quality. Have you ever dealt with, low life, real bad people?
Oh my gosh, you have no idea. I used to work at Cheesecake Factory, and before that, I worked at the Saddle Ranch in West Hollywood.
Oh, wow. Then you're going to actually probably find this quite a relief because they aren't nearly as bad as those people.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, sorry, is this the Apple Store? Oh no, this is the prison next to the Apple Store. I am so sorry.
This is the prison next to the Apple Store. Thank you. We get a lot of them in here. It's awful.
Yeah,
awful.
Looking for a genius. I'll go elsewhere.
I do have to say, this is the nicest prison I've ever been in.
Well, it's Southern California, so we try to keep it real nice here.
Hi, my name's Freya. I'm a Viking influencer. Please like and subscribe. It's going to be crazy on the channel today. I have a very special guest. It's none other than my Viking boyfriend, Thor. Thor, introduce your... Hi, Thor. How are you doing today?
I'm sorry to talk over you, Freya. I did not mean to do that to you, my sweet little petite flower.
See, Thor is so kind to my Viking needs. So Thor, tell all my followers, what's it like being a Viking?
It's pretty cool. I like being on the high seas. I like paddling my boat on the high seas. I don't love that everyone assumes I have hammer because named Thor, but I am a carpenter, so that's not completely off.
Yeah, it's really judgmental of people to judge us based off of our names. It's like
Absolutely.
me. My name's Freya. People think that I am the goddess that has a chariot pulled by pigs.
Yes,
They're so silly.
Yeah.
I don't have a chariot pulled by pigs. I have a chariot pulled by sleigh dogs. They're so silly.
Oh, wait, could you imagine pigs?
Oh, kiss me, Thor.
Original Understudies.
I've only been on a sailboat probably 5 times at the most. Probably, I think, if I'm trying to add it up, I think 3 times. And it's always been terrifying. The first was the worst because I went out with a girl that I liked a lot. And there was somebody that she knew that knew how to sail. And we went out like in the middle of the night and the guy was drunk. And I thought for sure we were going to die out there. And every time I've gone out, it's just been super windy and like it feels like the boat's going sideways. Are there anyone that can sway me to thinking sailing isn't as bad as every experience I've had?
Like only 3 times. I've only been on a sailboat 3 times. I've never been on a sailboat.
You never been on a sailboat?
No.
I pay, like you seem like the kind of guy that goes sailing every weekend.
All right. Morton's Steakhouse.
Yeah.
Sailboat, Morton's Steakhouse over here.
Does this tie into your Fancyland in-laws? Were they taking you sailing?
No, I don't. They're like Midwestern, so they don't have the sail. Like I'm talking ocean sailing.
That's funny.
I guess because I live by the marina, I've known a couple people who have lived on boats in the marina. And people that live on a boat are a lot different than people that live on the land and have a boat.
My brother, hold on. My brother is that person. He, in college, he dated this rich girl, for like the last 2 years of college. And he came back with all these like stupid fancy tastes. He bought a sailboat for my grandpa and he just left it.
I knew you. Go ahead.
He left it in his driveway. It just sat in his driveway for like years and years until he sold it.
How are boat livers different from land livers?
Oh, you know.
Well,
No, I don't. How are they different?
Well, there's a couple things. I've known a handful of people that have lived on boats, and some of them are much more sophisticated and classy than the first person I met, which the guy liked the same girl as I did. And I was probably 21 at the time, was when I first moved to LA, and he lived on a boat, but he was like, he was kind of a gross human being. He was dirty hippie is what he was. He was a very dirty hippie and I was a very dirty hippie. But he would live out there. There was no running water living on a boat, or at least not on his boat. And it wasn't like a boat that had a whole bunch of rooms. It had one room down below the deck. It was a small boat. And he got so drunk that we were out on the ocean. I would not have, like, if he fell off, because he climbed the mast and he was drunk and he was screaming. And I was scared out of my mind.
Hold on, I think this was a pirate. I don't think
in his defense, there's only so many places on a little boat to go.
Yeah.
I thought for sure, like, if he would have fallen off the boat, I would have had no idea how to control that thing and go back to land. I was scared. But I also know Derek lived on a boat for a while. Derek Jones, and he is a very classy guy. That's a whole different kind of world than I was talking about with the person I don't remember
Well, it's
their name.
like other vehicles. Boats also can be nice and trashy, and or can be really, really, really grand and expensive. You know, it's like people who live in their car or live in like a van. You're like, oh, now there are people who live in the nicest vans, and I'm like kind of jealous of your $100,000 Sprinter van. It's nicer than my apartment. And then there are people who live in like, you know, the old vans that we think about, you know, and that's a different.
But there's also like there's a fairy tale version of a person who lives on a boat, right? Like any rom-com will tell you that someone who lives on a boat is an attractive widower who loves dogs and is really good at carpentry and is secretly rich and is just making a choice. But there's no like comparison version for like the catch that lives in their car.
You know, with cars and boats, I think there's people only live on those spectrums of like super poor or super rich. There's no middle income person who lives on a boat or a car.
Yeah, that's probably true.
Original Understudies.
Hey, so welcome to my place. It's not much.
This is awesome.
You think so?
Yeah,
Thanks.
yeah. I love it, Jennifer.
Thank you so much. Yeah, it used to be a surveillance van, but now it's my apartment, but like in a rich way, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I was wondering why it was unmarked.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I didn't know. I thought we were driving to your place. I didn't know this was
We did. We did.
Oh my gosh. What's that smell?
Oh yeah. So in a upper class way, I'm kind of off the grid in that I don't want to use the like municipality's water system. You know what I mean? Like I do my own thing. I'm my own person. I have my own jar.
Oh, this is a sponge jar, a sponge bath jar.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. It's a sponge bath jar. And I save the sponges for the environment.
Okay. Got
anyway,
it.
I really like you, Anthony.
Oh, okay.
So I can tell you like me too.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't want to scare you, Jonas, but I think the DEA is outside in a van. Is it possible that somebody knows about our grow operation?
The DEA, no way. The Department of Agriculture amendments?
Look out the window. Casually look between the blinds.
Oh, here, I'm going to yawn. I'm going to yawn.
We see the unmarked van and it's just rocking back and forth.
Hold on, I'm going to pretend to yawn while I look out the window. There's someone out there.
Oh, it's an unmarked van.
Yeah.
Bro, we got to start flushing the plants down the toilet.
Oh my God. It looks like they're cocking shotguns or something, and they're probably getting ready to raid.
They're cocking a lot of shotguns out there, Jonas.
Oh, I think I hear them screaming, getting pumped up to raid. We gotta. Oh, no.
I don't think we got time to flush this.
We're going to light this stuff on fire.
No, we just gotta run. We'll start. Okay, that's a good idea. We'll start something fire.
Wait, quick, eat some first.
Get the most important 3 things. Huh?
I'm gonna eat some first.
Eat some weed, Jonas. We gotta keep right-minded.
Okay,
what?
Sorry.
We gotta keep right-minded. We got the DA on our asses over here.
You know I run fast or high.
Hey, before we go all the way and before I finish, I kind of like to do a little bit of role playing.
Yeah.
I'm just going to put on this cop outfit that I stored in my backpack, and I'll leave your home. I'll come back and it's going to be really hot. Okay.
Okay. I'm just going to be rocking the van by myself until you get back.
Yeah. I'll be back, baby. I'll be back.
Oh, that was too much. That was too much.
Oh, God, the fucking cop's coming up to the door, Jonas.
Oh, fuck.
We gotta run. Light something on fire. Light something on fire.
I'm gonna light the curtains on fire.
Okay,
Ding dong, ding dong. Hey, open up.
Put the curtain fire out.
Okay.
Put the curtain fire out.
Be cool. Be cool. Hey, what's up?
Oh, hey, what's up?
Hey.
What's up?
Hey.
Do any of you have a condom by any chance? I know this is weird, but I'm about to get laid. So I was just wondering if you had a condom.
You try to fuck us
right now? Is this a sick joke before you fuck us?
No, I wasn't planning on fucking, but hey, I swing both ways. I'm down to get a little more action in.
All right, Jonas, give me 1 second with my friend Jonas. Okay,
Yeah, hold on. We're just going to close the door real briefly.
Just gonna close the door. We gotta give this cop a condom. Okay.
Wait, that was a metaphor, though, right? It's a metaphor. Is it about?
No, I don't think so. He wants to bark.
Oh,
let's give him a condom. Last thing we need is more cops in the world, Jonas.
Yeah, I mean, this
might be our one chance to do something good.
Yeah, we don't want those cops to reproduce and make more cops. You're right. Hey, hold on. Here, I have a condom right here in my pocket.
All right, great. All right, officer.
Well,
yeah.
We've got a condom for you.
Please be safe.
Thank you.
Please be safe.
I'm just going to go back in this van.
Yeah. How many people? That van's still. Is that why it was moving back and forth?
Hey, if this van's a rockin', don't bother knocking, okay? But I'll see you two later.
Oh, yacht club. There's a big problem with all these riffraffs moving in.
Yes. I agree.
It used to be a classy port.
That's right. This port used to hold only the richest and finest people in all of the longest beach.
It used to be a recreational port. Now it's turned into full-on Hooverville.
Ding, 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 ding. Doug Jones here. I just want to say...
Famous mocap actor Doug Jones.
Oh.
Yes, I am absolutely appalled by the dirty hippies that are gracing the beach of Longshores.
This is a deep water bay. There's no room for these small schooners with one room and one man, and then he brings more men to live in the one room in his small boat.
I would also like to bring up the fact that I feel like I'm the only one bringing in gold from the far lands.
Yes, Thor, I absolutely understand your concerns, but we're on a different topic right now, and it's about the riffraff.
Yeah, the one with the fiberglass holes. I only like the big wood holes that are made out in Amish land.
Y'all got a plunger?
Oh, God, one of the hippies
Y'all got a
stole
plunger?
a plunger.
Hey, I'm sorry. Y'all got a plunger?
If you have a club, why don't you just get a new yacht?
Yes. What are you doing? You don't have nearly a big enough carbon footprint.
You have
should
to
be
fight
one
me for my
man.
tools, plebeian.
I'm sorry. I just need to get. I got my yacht from a police estate sale. It was a real good deal. Y'all got a plunger?
Most of us have had, I don't know, 4 or 5 sailboats. We've sailed them maybe 4 or 5 times.
I'm
It's a
sorry,
lot.
sir. You are making my sensibilities tingle in a negative way.
Be gone.
I'm sorry. Maybe I could just use your bathroom for a second.
Oh, how dare you! This is fancy land.
That's
This
right.
isn't toilet land.
I have a machine that converts my feces into food.
Yes, I have a sea lion that's a butler, and it comes up and eats it right as it comes out of my holes.
I put my feces directly into the ocean where it belongs.
Okay, Thor, that's not what we're talking about, Thor.
You want to fight me?
No, not
Please,
no.
no, please stay on topic.
All right, y'all are crazy. I'm going back to my yacht.
My apologies.
Bethany, just circling back about the sea lion thing, that's not good.
No, it's very fancy. I employ a sea lion to do my dirty work.
So you've been waiting for a genius here at the Genius Bar?
Yeah. Sorry, I've been all over the Galleria. I served 6 to 8 months because I went into the wrong place.
Oh, I see. What seems to be the problem with your device?
Like the iPad, like I think the battery's swelling and it's like causing the case to not fit right.
Oh, that's one step before it explodes. Yes, we should take that battery out.
I'm sorry. Are you an evil wizard?
No, I'm just a genius.
Just a genius?
I'm a genius.
Oh, okay.
But, I'll swap out this battery, this swollen, expandy battery. Just take it out.
A bunch of little bats fly up with a new battery and place it on the desk, and then
Do you mind if I keep this old, useless, not gonna do anything, swollen, explosive battery?
Okay, I'm sorry, but you're giving a full-on supervillain vibes. Whether it's like Stoker style or Bond style, I don't know. But if this battery is going to help you take over the world, I don't want you to do it.
Oh, come on. I'm just a genius. You're putting the evil in it.
We cut to a bomb next to a giant missile. There's a superhero tied up to the bomb. Dr. Mortimer, how dare you?
Well, I dare because it was my destiny. I worked at that Apple Mall Genius Bar for 8 months before this bomb came together.
Listen, you don't have the right components. The bomb won't launch.
It doesn't need to launch. It's going to blow up right here with you strapped to it.
No, it won't.
Yeah. Stop with those laser eyes. Stop it. Stop it.
Hey, I'm looking for somebody who can help me. I lost one of my AirPods, and now I only have one.
Stay here. I'm going to go help her really quick. Do not untangle these cords and keep those laser eyes to yourself. You've lost an AirPod?
Yeah, I only have one AirPod now. So can you buy a separate AirPod if you lost one of your AirPods?
No, you cannot. You need to purchase a whole new
But
package.
this one's perfectly good. Do you mean there's no like
Bomb will
replacement?
detonate in 10 seconds. Beep.
Okay, we gotta step away. Okay, so let's
I don't feel like I've been sufficiently helped yet. I'm still.
you will be helped soon. You and I are in what we call the danger zone.
So if you look over, excuse me, you look over to the right side of the vehicle, you'll see where that's the place that Tom Cruise took a dump once, right in front of that Zanku chicken.
I have a question.
Yeah, what's up?
What happened to your throat when you were like,
Oh, that was just a burp. I've been slamming these Stellas all morning. Yeah, don't worry about that.
I don't feel like that's something a person
kinda
running a
hard to-
Hollywood tour should confess. You've been slamming Stellas all morning?
Yeah, man, I just got to get through the day. You know what I mean? Driving this truck's hard as hell. So if you look off to the left, that's I think that's the Taiwanese theater.
I have a question. Why do you think it's the Taiwanese theater?
To tell you the truth, all the theaters kind of blend together. And yeah, I'm gonna be honest here. I don't know much about Hollywood, guys. If I'm not really into that scene. It doesn't interest me.
Was it really truly where Tom Cruise took a dump outside the Zanku chicken? Or
That
did you make that
actually
up
was
too?
true. That was true. And well, he looked like Tom Cruise.
You just saw a guy
it was the
take a
last time
dump
I was
outside
driving.
of his Zanku chicken. You permanently added it to the tour? That's interesting.
Do you not think that's interesting? You're all talking about it. Listen, I
Call
put it
the
out there.
Taiwanese
Now you're
theater.
talking
That's a
about it.
super politically loaded statement.
Is that? I'm not aware of that. If you want to bring your own
I don't
hang-ups
know.
to my
I'm
tour
sorry.
van,
I
then
paid
you
like
can do that.
$40 for this. I thought it was kind of overpriced, but I was like a once in a.
Yeah.
Get out of the way, buddy. Come on, I'm over here. What? I'm sorry.
I'm coming from Madison,
that money's not
Wisconsin. I just
refundable.
want to do something unique and fun.
Oh, my mom and dad lived in
Oh.
Madison for a
Cool.
short time.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Yeah. All right. Anyway, so over here on the
you
no,
got
I already
through
mentioned
that.
the shit thing, right?
Yeah.
They
yeah,
pull up to a
yeah.
stoplight, and at the stoplight, Tom Cruise is walking by.
Oh yeah, there he is. Hey, keep it in your pants, buddy.
Show me the poopy.
Oh, wow.
Tom
Oh,
Cruise.
wow.
That's actually Tom Cruise.
That's Tom Cruise.
Oh.
That's
Yeah, it's Tom Cruise. Yeah, you guys think I'm
It
full
seems
of
like
shit?
he
huh?
identifies as a
Yeah.
guy who poops everywhere. He
What?
said, "Show me the poopy."
We see Tom Cruise walk up to the Zanku chicken, shake his tush back and forth, and then pull down his Armani pants.
Some guy in a Zanku chicken outfit
show me
steps
the
out from the
poopy.
door. Hey, not again.
Show me
Get out of
the
here.
poopy.
Oh, wow.
Tom. Get your ass off my window.
This is like Edge of Tomorrow. I keep reliving this day over and over again, and I love it.
Original Understudies.
I actually have been on a couple of tour buses, and one of them, when it was going through Hollywood, we saw somebody running from the cops. It was on, I guess it was Sunset Boulevard, and the person was like in the middle of the street, kind of juking back and forth, and the cop was like doing the same thing. It looked like they were playing a little game of soccer, and the cop just got him with the taser, and it was over. And that was probably the most exciting moment of the tour, because it was the Star Bus tour in Hollywood, and they'd bring us to places like, Brad Pitt's house, or this is where Johnny Depp lived, and it was just like big walls and like lines on it. You couldn't see anything.
One of my good friends, he ran a Hollywood tour, and he was going through the celebrities like neighborhoods, and they stopped right in front of Keanu Reeves's house. And this girl was like, Keanu lives there? And he was like, yeah. And she just got out of the tour van, walked up to the door, rang the buzzer. Someone said, yes. And this tourist was like, oh, I have a 12:30 appointment with Keanu. And my friend is in the van sweating bullets. He has no idea what to do. The door opens. Oh, no. And then he sees Keanu like walk by in like his garden terrace, like walk by, look, and then walk away. And then an assistant comes and the assistant is talking to this tourist, and the assistant obviously vets this tourist and gets the tourist to leave. But my friend was like, I'm going to get fired from this job. Wow. This is horrifying.
Do you know if he got in trouble?
Luckily, his boss never found out. But he was like, I'm going to lose this job. Keanu is going to like take down my license plate. Wow. And
oh my God.
From then on, was he like, if you get out of this vehicle at any point and do something reckless, like, I'm leaving your ass here. Like, that's the disclaimer.
Do you guys know Charlie Farrell from the theater? He does a lot. He used to do all of the Tin Pan Radio stuff with Cole, and I was in it. He ran, I don't remember what the name of it was. It might have been like A Day in LA, but it would always drive by Windward Circle. And on multiple occasions, he would stop the bus and be like, and this is James Heaney. And he would have the whole bus like look at me and I'd like wave as I was walking down the street.
Awesome.
It was a very surreal experience because it happened multiple times with him.
That reminds me.
When you list all the commercials you've been in, you may know him from.
I don't even know if I had been in any commercials yet. This was like many years ago.
That reminds me.
I was like not
being on the Universal backlot and walking by for like an audition and seeing the tour bus walk by and always pretending to be a celebrity as I'm heading to my audition, like waving and holding my headshot.
I was on the Universal backlot tour, and there was this guy who was in the row in front of us, and like when the Jaws area came up, he started like doing this on the side, like leaning over kind of side. And we were way up to the front. So the tour guide's like, don't lean over like that. And then he just barfs right on the ground.
That's like not even a ride. It's driving around in a bus.
Yeah, the whole thing had to go back up to the top. And they were like, because they were like, oh, well, this guy's going to... I've never seen anybody. Well, I saw one guy barf in a crosswalk in Hollywood once, but that was the only other time I've seen somebody like barf like right near me out of the blue.
You live a blessed life.
Original Understudies.
All right, put your headshot in the tray right there, and if you'll step into the casting room. All right, just to slate your name, your height, whether or not you're willing to shave, if you're vaxxed, availability on the 30th.
Whoa.
And then do a little pirouette.
Whoa, that's a lot of questions. But sure.
I'm sorry. Is this your first audition?
Yeah, I kind of just fresh off the...
Hey, Don, I don't mean to cut in here. Is it possible to change your eye color at will?
Can you change your eye color
right now? Maybe give me one blue, one green.
I'm not like a Norwegian dog that has two different eye colors.
All right. I see what we're dealing with. Our mistake, Rick. I think it was my bad. When we saw you walk across the lot, we thought you were famous already.
Oh,
you hold yourself well. You look like you got a lot of experience.
Yeah.
No, I literally just got off the Greyhound bus, and
wow, jeez. Hey, are you married to having all your teeth permanently?
Married teeth permanently? What?
Married in the biz
the idea
calls
of
like
keeping all of your teeth permanently, your adult teeth. You want all those?
Yeah, I do.
All right. All right, so I'll slow it down for you. First, in the slate, I need you to give us your name, tell us your height, and whether or not you're willing to shave.
Yeah, of course.
And then I'm going to need you to tell us if you're vaxxed.
Okay.
I'm going to need you to give us a profile as a pirouette, and if you're available on the 30th.
Great. Derek Jones. Okay. Height, 6 foot. Definitely willing to shave. Pirouette. La 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 la.
Ooh, that's a good pirouette.
Thank you. And I am available on the 30th.
Hi. Oh, I'm so sorry. I just got some feedback from the clients. They also want to know everyone's 3 favorite movies, what they wanted to be when they were in middle school, and the name of their first crush.
Great. Do you need me to repeat that, or do you got it?
I think I got it.
This guy's a pro. Of course he's got it. What are you, a celebrity?
He's actually, you know what? He just got off a Greyhound bus from Nowheresville.
It doesn't show.
Yeah. From Loser Town.
It looks like he lives here.
Fucking guy. Yeah.
Hey, before you answer those questions, are you willing to get a face tattoo?
Excuse
me? Not Hannah, permanent.
And if you look over there on your right, there's the house of Brian. Brian went through the hardest casting call of all time.
Wow.
No one's ever been through as hard of a casting call, but Brian was a trooper. He lost all his teeth, most of his extremities. He was dipped in water for 48 hours and held his breath, and all for one commercial that never aired.
Is that him with the full cheetah tattoo over his face?
Hey, Tourbus! Hey!
Wow, not a tooth in the mouth.
It's the most famous person I've ever seen.
And if you look over here, this is where Tom Cruise once took a dump.
Tell me more about Brian. I want to know about Brian.
Tell me more about Brian.
Sure, I can tell you more about Brian.
I'll tell you about myself.
That's okay, Brian. Thanks.
I'm not doing
the further
anything.
away he is, the more
That's
famous
right.
he seems.
So, but you said it was a non-airing regional commercial?
Yeah, it never aired. It was for a company that never took off. It never even got named. Honestly, they really overblew the whole commercial thing because we don't even know what they made. We don't know who they were. All we know is that Brian gave it 100%.
Whoa. So some VC people in the Bay Area created a company, didn't even have a concept, shot a commercial with Brian. It never aired.
Oh, no, I didn't say they shot it. They
didn't
just
even
talked about it. They just got into pre-production.
But he did get cast in it, right?
Sure. I mean, vaguely. He went to the casting call for sure.
Amazing.
They removed his teeth, right? That's what happened?
Yeah, they went all in.
Instead of talking about it, I could just tell you my story.
all right,
No,
Brian.
thanks, Brian.
Oh, my God.
Are you sure? Hey, Donna, you're in my territory.
Hey, I'm kind of stuck here. These people are really into this stop.
Yeah, no, I know. I see that. We're pulled up at the same stop. This is my side of town.
Why don't you give everybody your take on Brian then? If you're just gonna come in here, huh?
Oh, that crazy guy with the cheetah tattoo? Yeah, guys, if you look over there on the right there, you got what? I don't know many details about him. I'm not.
Wait a second. I thought this was Brian's house.
Oh, no, I just hang out here.
Beep, beep,
I could
beep, beep. Look at all of these low-class tour buses invading our neighborhood. This intersection used to be for only the classiest upper-class tour bus.
Oh my goodness, on my hover bus, I can't believe I'm with this riffraff.
I just can't stand all these small tour buses with basically they're just vans that with cutouts.
Oh, that seal looks unhappy.
Oh, when it just ain't.
That's going to be our show. We're going to end it with the seal having had just eat. I'm going to... Thanks for listening to another episode of Original Understudies. This episode wouldn't be possible without our mastering engineer, Toivo Kallio, who last week was able to completely salvage a broken edit that was all my fault. I blame it on brain fog from COVID, but I had made some serious mistakes on the Alchemy This reunion episode, and like a hero with a cape flapping in the wind, Toivo came through and saved the day. So if you've already listened to it, you probably don't want to listen to it a second time, but if you do, it's got a special cut, and it's considered the correct cut.
Oh, gosh.
Today's episode was something special, wasn't it? We had an amazing cast lined up. Aaron Martin, Mike Del Rosso, and Will Morris. But shit, once again, they weren't able to make it to the recording. But lucky for us, the original understudies were able to step in their absence. And it is a wonderful day today because we've got another review in, and this is coming in from Pretty Pretty Pony. If you recall Pretty Pretty Pony, I remember them joining when we had Alchemy This live hangs on the weekend. And it's crazy because I'm doing a Pretty Pretty Pony show tonight with Chris Alvarado, and the worlds are just all colliding. Nonetheless, here's the review. 5 stars. Great improv. You know I love this podcast because I had to make an Apple ID and download iTunes just to leave a review. I was a fan of Alchemy This from the beginning and was so glad James made this podcast after its demise. I like the newer format. I always enjoyed hearing personal anecdotes from the guests, and this podcast often carries them into the prompts. James often has some of the best ones. Episodes release on Mondays, probably when you need them the most. Gosh, if that wasn't an inspiration to you to make a review, then I don't know what is.
Original Understudies.